Blood is heavily the theme in most bodies. It's okay, I'm vampire. Hmm.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Oh no. The worst thing. To wake up and find you have facial hair. Alright, man. I played a little bit of this yesterday to see how the mechanics worked. But other than that, blind. Bin Lord. Oj då.
So thirsty.
Hola.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me.
Suck it. Fuck. Hup. Hoi. Huh. Hoi.
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
I am
This
a
can't
lot
be.
corridor.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
Shooting me.
What's going on? Oh, Mary.
How's it?
What have I done? What's all this about?
Oh yeah.
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill the thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
I'm a creature of the night. Yep. Oh. Allah.
Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Look behind me! It's on to us!
No, please, stop! Who are you?
Christ! He's dead! What do you want?
I'm undire. Grunter. Very fine music.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
My beard. The creature of the night.
It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Boner burn.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Get huge. Fuck the
I
sun.
need to find shelter. I cannot enter.
Please, it's a bolt. It was a crossbow.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Abandoned. There's a lit candle. Skillings. Carl Eldritch. With a name like that, you don't have much of a choice in career. I don't know. On the stolen money. Yes.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
What a gun on him. No alcoholism. I requisition it. What a show of whatever on Nickelodeon. I'm a reflected sucker. Seem to be.
12 dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
That guy went to Eton. Seems his eyes looked weird before he was nibbled.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital! Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
He sounds and looks like the guy from Call of Cthulhu game as well. Vampyr. Vampyr? Main hand. Oh, yeah. Oh, same voice actor, same face. God damn. Like bloody dairy. By the way, we were playing this instead of Neverwinter Nights tonight because I woke up with a bit of a sore throat, so I tend to dodge reading in favor of voice. So we're gonna be assing around here. I read medicinal shovel instead of mechanical. Oh, that's the lady that was died downstairs. Right. No beans. Such fancy fucking furniture and the shittest frame bed. Oh no.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
I think it was unloaded in the inventory, but not in the cutscene. Hello, Finkel. What an awful noise. Oops. I'm Vampyr. Suki is man. And then...
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Bled a lot from that. I got... Boys bit me today. I hope I turn into Kitty. For evolution. Autofuggery, yeah. Nice. Aggravated damage, okay. Aggressive skill. Shadow missed. Poncery. That sounds like Hyper Satan. Let's be Hyper Satan. Yeah, we were at vets. Had to hold her to get her oogled. Tried to flee, had a nibble. Poor lady. He's alright.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Vampire. Yeah, she just had to have her teeth checked. She doesn't like people touching her mouth. He's gotten a bit touchy about that sort of stuff since she had some teeth pulled. Well, this pocket watch is not good enough. Kitty. The vet said she was really fine. She was a very fine lady, which of course I knew, and boys knew. Kitty. Yeah.
Where is it? You're closed.
I like the dust.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
It's Kitty after all. They call me leaves out the door for...
Here's the leech. Here!
Poot. No fancy jumping animation or anything. Just pooting around.
My head's spinning.
Like some sort of farty dictator.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
Clever fucking beasts.
Alright. Goddamn.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Can I jump? No, that's poot.
Die, vermin!
Ah. Nom, 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 nom. One, two, 3 times, 4 times nibbles.
There's a strength I never knew I had.
Could just, you know, done one long suck.
This shouldn't be possible.
Fuck.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Darn it. Sucky sucky.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
How dare you?
My strength.
I like
my
the sound.
reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Yeah, is there anything I can do about... Turn the auto lock off. The mouse wheel. Nice, okay. Yeah, this is the level I talked about attaining by tanking desks with knees. This is me these days. This is why my desk doesn't give me any shit anymore. Like, fuck 'em. Yeah, it's gonna give a shit. Fuck this. Nothing can threaten me from hips down anymore. Wooden, fuck that. Good man, Cyber. Pretty game, actually. I'm here to destroy things with my legs. In quarantine? I don't want to be fined. I want it very clearly defined. What's the meaning? No longer will my lower body be blocked by these cooped sluts. I'll be out back. Time very much.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood.
Nonsense.
Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Pain, blood.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Empire of the Vampire. Hoi!
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
No spoilers, stream man. Although it might not work like this in this type of lore. Okay, good man.
What will London have to say to me?
It also depends on, like, in Vampire, the Masquerade, you have to give someone your blood to bin him. Need to find Tom Cruise, or one of many Lestats.
I have so many questions unanswered.
So many men's unpinned. Did I go back the same at? No.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Don't tempt me, Pickle.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it.
He's not even thinking out loud, he's just talking.
I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh
Oh, I see.
blood. The smell is so strong.
Gotta be some swig. Yes. Aluminum. Fuck barrels.
This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked.
A locked house. Fine, multifaceted story, Honor, though. Good man.
Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Oj då. Oh, what an awful light. Stuff. Right. 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 The oida of the sloida. Oh boy, bin. Torn page from a dairy. What a find. Looking sad, Bryna. The hell's Tom? Oh, I see. Fuck boxes. Damn it.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
Wait. I think I've accidentally asked.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
Whoever he may
I'm
be,
losing my mind.
the killer recently
I should
entered
just
this
run as far
bar.
away from this place as I can.
Maybe some of the locals saw him.
Your thing's through the floor, lady.
Not long ago.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
Sad sack. Crimson droplets of life fluid gland.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Please.
What is this place?
Fiddling
This
around.
is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Man covered in blood with a beard. Ugh.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now,
You love it, Honor.
and those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
That's good of him.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around
Bog
these
dog.
parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
The ancients?
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Tie them.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
I must have blood.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Don't fuck bottles. Go
I'll
down.
leave you to your bottle then.
Might shatter inside your ass.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in your bar and not buy anything.
Where
like
am
an
I?
ass.
Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Oi, oi, oi.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Did that sentence just end on a period and not start with a capital letter?
Tell me more about the...
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found.
Damn it.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Right, Salbanara. Tequila, disco.
I'm looking
Prize.
for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Vampire.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
You have a guy fucking a bottle in the goddamn... by the bar.
Are they stupid or something?
A bit of buggerance.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain?
Put
You might as well come in, whoever you are.
a corkscrew.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Oh. What's the thing has some funny stuff about this. I Am Legend. It's basically man sitting in house wondering what the fuck. And you talk about it's only religious vampires that get bitten by the crucifix because they think they should. I'm guessing this means we can only pick one. Fuck you.
It's of no consequence who I am.
But why you are here is certainly of consequence, don't you think?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Mm-hmm.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Oh, time.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I want to know stuff.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Alright, Mr. Cryptic. Fucking...
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Fucking Swansea!
He didn't deserve this.
Hello, sir.
And you're still ugly as sin.
Fuck.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Well, I'm allowed.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
Where is she?
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Right, hydrometer?
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really.
Oh, I missed out.
Never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Oh, she missed out. She could have said he was canned.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given
You
me
again.
a laugh.
What can I do for you?
Aha! A vampire force.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
I go full Dr. Chris.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Oi, 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 though.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Look at Barmaid's just mumbling to herself. Go, well, some people just need to get fucked, goddamn.
Please, leave me alone.
I do what I want. Was that a picture of me? That's just another beard. Fuck. Blood.
Live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
We boot boys.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue.
I will.
What's been done to me, to this city?
Coalfields Farm Dairy. Is this the people who made Catch in the Life is Weird? Fucking
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Body's still warm. Someone was snuggling it recently.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note.
So if you wear these things for knife fighting, right? You want to wear them on the other side of your arms, generally. Well, it's where you're gonna be cut more, but it's also that's where the tendon asses that help you open your hand is. If you want to keep a weapon in your hand, being cut on out there doesn't do that much. But if you get cut on the underass of the arm, you won't be able to grasp anything, which will get you bitten faster. Someone's going all whoop whoop, silly. Yeah, it's sloppy drinker as
These
well.
men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Splats. Splats. That's such a silly fucking word. Blood splats. Oh. You get paid to drink. What's the meaning? Do you mean the save on animation budget, Poot? Fuck these oh. Fuck this was yes. You'd rather just disintegrate than fall over. I like it. Oi oi oi. Well, a glob is a thing. It's the size that mucus can be before it is so big it splits into two, or so small that it no longer globulinates.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
I found some ammunition. Good.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've but one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Resistance. Let's aggressively walk into things. I have to sprint with someone.
Steady, boys, we've got one of that!
Bloody leech!
Murdering bastard!
I'm quite a fan of the slow walk towards people. Ahmad was a philosopher when it came to blood amount in people. is how I like to fuck with style. Style. Bind. Yeah. Silent Storm had some amazing voice lines. There was a guy called Ahmad, that was one of the soldiers we had. Every time he got wounded, he was all like, how much blood is in body? He would always get very philosophical. We also had this fucking deviant called Yavia that kept talking about how easy his sister was to shoot. Professional just means you get paid. Getting paid is not a mark of quality. They do seem kind of surprised at how burly we are, considering some of the things they say. I'm thinking that they might be fighting, like, shitter things. Yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end up. But that's my assumption, 8. There was there's a bunch of shit in there. We came from over here and I had to fight my way through some ass. I wanted to sweep some shit first. The hell did I just come from? Yeah, this is fighting plague men. Oh, barrel. Die, you fuck. I like how it just kills itself rather than be shoved by me. It's a reference there. No one will get. Put.
There's safer places to be than here.
Okay, fire guy.
I said stay away, sir.
So we have to do this with style.
There's one of them burning.
Yeah, fuck 'em. Lead plate, nice. Now Superman can't see a very specific small square of me. Yeah. Thought I'd missed you, little box. The Empire of the Poot Pyre. Cool walk mode enabled. Oh. Klar. Used lepra. Oh, I sneeze. Oh, fuck. Platform there. If only I could somehow slink my way like a human slug through these shelves. I could bin these boxes. Ah, one day. Ratus flatus. So the thing I understood from this is time only seems to pass if you wobble. So if you want to do things, do it before you wobble. Yeah, so I need to do as much as possible before I get binned. When I played this before, I got a little further than this, so I know a little bit. I tested it last night to ass around, so we'll soon be in as incognito. Also, I skipped all the dialogue and everything, so we could have it fresh here today. Yeah, I'll live when I have to. So far we're binning these left and right, so we
Fresh
should be
blood.
okay.
The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Spit spreads to death. What are you doing up there? Lead rod, nice. Oh. Man's gone Sedic Ossuary in here.
I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more. Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend. William, my arm. I can't feel it.
The bishop sounds very young. He has some sort of glowing binoculars.
Will, please.
Ooh.
Let go of me.
Fitting. I am the Satan.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Can't turn on my whiffle vision. Yeah, check me out. Disestablishing dominance by casually strolling through some boxes. Check this out, mate. What are you gonna do?
I can never harm you.
Fucked
Mr.
it, though.
Hampton. You're my only friend.
This
Yeah.
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
I'll not betray your trust.
That's not a lot of stun damage. Oh fuck. No sucky. Luckily I had no blood for him to drain. Ass. Easy. Is that Brian Blessed?
William, please. Stop.
No barrel left unfucked. Shillings, nice. Brian Blessed looks so weird shaved. He's got legs as well. Big fat legs. And then he thinks Brexit is a good idea and kinda go ass.
I forgive you. The Lord is my shepherd. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
That was some 4x4 shanking, I think. It was a very fat piece of wood to shove through a man's torso.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
You see, like, we have those bite wounds on our neck, and the two fangs are very far apart.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Can I do something about... No. Ass. When I oogle up and then run, the camera starts going down. I don't like that, but I guess not. At least motion smoothing and acceleration isn't mandatory. Alright, Dishonored man, take me to the place. Okay, right.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again. from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Alright, sorry, I do my usual shut up when plot happens. Right, Alicia? And yeah, okay, right, it's the same man. He even looks the same. This is about where I got to. So that's alright. I'm just gonna go quickly wash my hands since I chocolated, so BRB. Peanut butter, so weird. Oh man, I am hard health binned. Oida. How much blood is this? 10. Oida. Alright, Mr. Weave. Kitty, no need to wiggle your arm. There you go. Very fine. We got dressed. Pervious terrain.
It's
Hello.
okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later.
NP. Unknown. They all have blood. So far, this is really well made.
It's my turn.
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Dry it all.
Hello.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
So the thing about this, from how I understood, the more XP you get from them, for nibbling them, you get more XP if you know more about them and if they aren't sick. So, I don't think we want to nibble this man yet. Alright, awkward hat. Fuck that though. We want them as nibbly as possible. We are big man empire after all.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
I think a clay cox would make better than a wooden cox, as for ye old-timey marital aids. So it seems like we have an autosave system, so we have got to be a little careful about silly things. I'm going to be full, I think, if I get the option. Don't tell me if it's possible or not, but I'm going to be, we're going to be embracing our vampiritude. We are the big man now, and we enjoy this. So let's see what, let's see how we can ask this. But we're going to try and ask as much as we can. This man is not pristine yet, so we will leave him. Vampire of the Empire. Mesmerize. Yeah, mesmerize them. We can only do people that are equal or lower than that. Yeah.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Bin Lord. Basically, Cox, face button to release him. Basically, it's weird they call it embracing when you eat him. Yeah, let's let him go.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Yes, you will. He's just not ripe enough yet. Can't talk to him. Get to the hospital, you toilet. Okay, I'll just leave him here, I guess.
Did I black out?
Check me out, mate. I'm gonna destroy these crates. Spring. Oh boy, that's mine. In the doctor pocket you go. Bin Lord. Oh, for fuck's sake. I feel so bad about those bots because a lot of them seem like legitimate accounts that have just gotten hacked. I fear that'll be me one day. I fuck up my two-step authentication.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Actually, I think Didi is still technically a mod in here as well. DD Flad Fladority. Those are it. Oh, and Ween. Because apparently you have to do some mutual mod sucky to be able to moderate each other's channels, which is weird. Steam? What? Aluminum powder. Oh boy, just scooped it in my doctor pocket. Fuck pocket sand. Aluminum shavings directly in some asshole's eyes. On Twitch, I think. You saw that bot that just came in and gave me that message. We've had about 6 of those in a few days. In the past 3 days, and most of them seem to be older Twitch accounts that seem like legitimate enough and not just created for botting. And I think it's just people that lost their bullshit. Well, he's dead. He's moving. But dead, huh? Last vial, that's for me. Yeah, it would be a shitty way to lose your account. It's mad in one day, the Rufert goes around and all the things going, hi, wanna be famous, follow bot. Get reported and channel binned, and then that'll be that. Even if I made a new account, it's pretty difficult to catch up again, even if you have some men. Like, I think a lot of men that ask around don't Twitter or Discord, so if that happened, there'd be no way of asking. Like one of the men I used to ask on Twitch, I didn't ask anywhere else, changed his profile name, so the auto host disappeared, and I found him again a year later or something. I had no idea, he was just gone. Let's go to the Nick. Due to influenza at the hospital, no one takes any patients.
I'm not one to make
Please
waits,
go home.
Doctor. I've patients to attend.
You're talking to me?
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the 2nd floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
That was quick. Social circle. If this is an Ichabod he's related to, then goddamn. He's a pillar. Okay. Pembroke Hospital, pillar. Claycock. Pillar. Dyson. Okay.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
I played up until the point of the hospital last night to test it out. Other than that, I haven't. But even if I had, we still do the no spoilers thing. We can speculate on stuff, but for people watching either here or on YouTube, we keep it spoiler free.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
The finest. Everything is better with a cat, even pillars. Don't be a prick, Pillock.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
The subtitles are slightly delayed from what they say. I guess it's a little annoying, but at the same time I can see them doing it deliberately so you don't read ahead of the talkie. I don't know. Good man.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
I see. Wearing an apron for blood, but not gloves.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Yeah, I need to do something with Roofit.com. I was thinking of setting it up to sort playlists and stuff for YouTube, simply because YouTube is so goddamn garbage at making stuff known that's available.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Tie them.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I wonder if you can fly. Do I hear the voice of Raziel? Oh, that's mine.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr.
What a
Tibbets,
nice man.
yes, I remember.
Dr. Tibbs.
I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Of all the things you can do with the cooking videos, showing them to your mother it seems weird. I'm assuming that's for other men's side, but as I can't click this as. I actually do own Roofit.com currently. I don't know what to say about them. Oh, it's Ivan. Did she enjoy it where I made pickle? Cochrane. Is that how it's usually spelled? Damn. I'm interested in blood quality.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Oh yeah, I knickenbockered it all the way.
I can't say I'm thrilled to be working here. But to be honest, I didn't have much of a choice.
That was not what I thought that meant.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Very fine. Missed man. I thought that not much choice meant that we were a doctor in the war. That was what it was referring to. Not that he was going to be snarky about being here. F? He's healthy.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
What a fine man, Mr. Tibbs here. Probably make a good nibble eventually.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Oh, I sniffle.
Tell me more about cherished people then.
Jeez.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Aye, shame about that. Got ourselves a hint. Social circle. Brannigan. Gwyneth Brannigan. That has got to be something that was annoying to learn to spell as a kid. Oh, we can Satanize a quarter score. Okay. Okay, I thought they were white when...
Goodbye, Dr.
We still had... stuff available. All will be nibbled in time. Is that a toaster? No, medikit. Boo. Oh, you're lucky the rain's coming straight down, otherwise this would have gone to piss.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
There was a sentence before that ended on a period, and then when it started up again, it didn't capitalize. But then again, the only option for English is English simplified, so that might be it.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
I don't know if it was like this in London. I remember in... I don't know if it was like this in Be Life at all. A very, very fine TV show. Go watch it. Read as little as you can. 2 seasons called The Nick. Indeed, Mist Weaver. Exactly. In it, there's these men that run ambulances to the hospital, and they're sort of freelance. They're not really working for the hospital. They get paid per passenger. So you have people like these mates show up when there's an accident or something, and fight the other ambulance men for who gets to take the bin guy. Very fine.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
So, if it's kind of the same, then it might explain why he's armed.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending
the locals.
You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Not many gunshots coming into the hospital, I guess, so...
I'd like to see your
Paradement?
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Yeah, it's typical RimWorld. Wait, I can sell ammo even though I seem to be able to automatically refill it in my Webble house. It's for use with the controller, obviously. How do I? Okay. Track, I guess.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fella.
Yeah, I think I keep clicking to drag and I fuck it up. I thought I tracked the thing. Didn't I? There we go, okay. Aha! Behind the hospital. I'll go get your wallet, NP. Get fucked on the way since I have no health. Lovely bins to swig up though. Any Satan out here? Am I seeing Ash while I'm doing this? Oh, I am, okay. I guess that's supposed to be sent. We're going the right way. This could do with the minimap. I'm not sure if such a thing exists. Over behind the hospital. Oh, a bin. To do with some rats.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Yes, you do. So the aggravated damage passes your total cap. Two rats for full ass, it's not bad. Ooh, a bin. Keep an eye on the... in here? It's a bin there, that's nice. I mean, so... yeah, mint so. Mint? Oh, level 6. I'm ready.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Fuck. You're supposed to be able to parry this, but I'm not doing a good job. There we go. Shit. Oops. Ah, fuck. The parry thing is, it seems like it was only the jump thing that, wonder when it quick saved, the jump thing that I was able to proper parry. The other stuff is just a regular disable. Okay, I still have the thing, it's right before the fight, that's not bad at all. Some guy over there. Was this back when they still apparently not, at least according to this. I don't know if this is anachronistic. I remember that for the longest time they only used mouth masks, not realizing that you could get fucked through the nose as well. Fuck's sake. Didn't have enough suck. That didn't work. No swig? Oh. Got some blood though. Fuck this too. There's 3. I think I might just go back to my old configuratio. There. Fuck. Click wrong button. Today I was the duped. Gonna fucking cure you, mate. Medicine. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Gonna get more blood out of him before I ask. Woo-woo. Damn it. Oh well. I found for doctoring the scythe is less gnoid than the machete and the stick. You know what they say, spare the rod and all that. No, hold on. Oops. I found some blood. Give it to the mate. Am I somewhere relevant? Probably not. Can I? Oh. It's just a way through. Alright. The ice pyre of the vampire. Yes. Hello. Man runs into a rocking chair. Detroit Set. Just glowy. Flute Bonk Hospital. Hey Tibbs. Clayman has yet to be dragged where he is supposed to be dragged. Have your thing.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yeah.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
I'm however disgusted by the fact that you have appeared and she doesn't.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Alright then.
Goodbye, Milton.
Who have we? Some Dwayne. Oh fuck. Walls. My biggest doctor problem. Oh, he's almost fully XP now. Need to note 2 more things about him. Then big man sucky sucky. Hello.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping for.
Flatways oogly lady.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Okay, so the most important thing for blood transfusion is to go, when a guy goes, "Help me, kind sir," you have to go, and then it enters you. Overqualified as a nurse.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Phantom Menace?
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
His best, the subtitle said.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Anything new?
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Oi, oi, oi.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hey Tibbs.
Good evening.
You learn anything new here?
Dr. Reed, any
Tent of
good
side
news to
oogle
share?
and wobbly walk. We've yet to see a T-pose.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before
Goddamn,
chaos.
lady.
Once more unto the breach.
She's worried. She's... Goddamn.
Your attitude is irresponsible, Doctor. Believe me, I've seen so many medical errors caused by exhaustion during the war.
You're right. This is a war, Dr. Reed. And I don't intend to surrender.
Humper, humper. Oh, she gave up. I guess she's timed to when she needs to go do the thing over there. And she sort of scoobled back around. There's someone over here. I don't know, I was seeing someone through a wall, I think. Oh, yes. Yeah. Don't fucking be dead on the ward.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
We can handle this.
Disgust.
I scan for men.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oh, me too.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Alright.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
That's called getting old.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
God, we did this with the guy.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
And pinky fingers, it looks like.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with fever.
I was considering doing Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, but I don't know if it's actually a good game, so we may or may not do this at some point. Didn't I just track an ass? I did over there, down ass. Hiding behind there, okay. Just several. Very difficult, apparently. Hold on. She's the titular character. Who's spying on someone? They're off the garden somewhere. Where's the garden? Near the morgue. Morgue. The other side here, maybe? Oogulus up there. Fucking Pridwin, man. Hola, como Jaika.
There's one of them. Let's see how it likes a bit of fire.
Please don't. Up blood, mate. All right. Fucking Pridwin airship. Oi, 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 oi. A 100 something meters, goddamn. That's a lot of meters. Eh? across the bridge and some ass. Whitechapel. I'm gonna become a vampire in Whitechapel, drink people, become Jack the Sipper. Good man, Ono. Damn, level lots. I going up there. Maybe I can ask. I'm upstairs though. 11. Might be possible. Couldn't target him for a while. For some reason. No, I'm being farted on. Oops. Okay, I'll leave. Never mind. They call me not too good at going there first. Don't know if I actually lose anything from becoming dyed. Could give it another go, but we are pretty bad at stunning mates right now. We need blood to sort our shit out. Give that fight another go and then ass up. I get duped. There's nothing in here, is there? Skillings. At least I can run into this chair. Damn it. Rocking chair. Look. Yes. A bit extra dead. If I had full blood, that would be a bit easier. I'm a bit bad with the lock-on system. I feel like there wasn't much of an advantage assing up here. Maybe able to avoidinate them up there through the thing. Probably need to go through the back alley for that. Unless there's a door over there or some ass. Might bin this guy first.
It's closed.
Oh shit, I don't have enough blood. Okay, I do no damage. I leave. You farting on each other ass. Oh yes. It would be nice if they made things uninteractable if you've already checked one of the 50 million asses.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I will mumble to myself.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Oh, chive 'em. Decent blood.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What?
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
How fucking old are we?
You will obtain nothing from me by flattery, my young colleague.
Oh, I was not flattering you, sir. Not at all. Just clumsily expressing my sincere admiration.
Vampire.
What made you choose? You will. I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
I thought being dumb might be the weapon.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Drive him.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Ackroyd has Tourette's though, so...
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Goodbye,
Right,
Dr. Strickland.
Oh. Oops. The pharmacy, where is that? Anywhere doable? Ugh, I put it on. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Down there in the docks. We've been there though, so. That might not be so bad level-wise.
Words to calm the children, Helen. As for me,
Asking for a few bob, nice. Daddy's arm.
blundering idiot.
Might as well talk to him before Farmassery.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Right.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Not the most blood in this man.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Maybe I could wooden nail you up, mate. Oh, there we go.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Maybe I can eat her. Full XP for this mate now.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Yeah.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Yeah, that's your fault.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Can eat your arm.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Very fine.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Don't know why that one's still white.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Don't call me your boy. Weirdo. Let's see if we can go get the stuff for him. Docks is quite a ways away. Got a DK fight. They took a boat. I hope Satan hasn't arrived on the scene. Well, Satan that isn't us, that is. Nope. No, 10 still. Yeah, that's still too swole for us. Goddamn. May have to go wobble to sort out my swole levels. Fuck it. You think you're tough, bench? Fuck 'em. The fucking creature.
It's locked.
Uh-oh. Here's Screechy. Back here. Locked off. House, I say. Call me Dr. Nibbles. Fucking invincible crate. Swear and use his nan. Wonder if we can talk to what's her face about the men oogling her.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
Alright then.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Yeah, I mean... You're here incognito to avoid your pursuers.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark,
so
to
sure.
your nocturnal activities.
Hide, but tell everyone who you are, like fucking secret agent, like Bond.
Damn.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Well, good thing I'm the head doctor then, and the face is located on the head.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft?
Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
There it goes again, not capitalizing a sentence and done nibbles.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Your stomach is clipping through your scroobs, which is really weird, since there's no reason to render anything underneath clothes. Your clothes should be your torso.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Alright then. He seems healthy. It just has the painness.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I literally told you not to do a pickle and then you did it.
Warm, rich.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Bond of blood.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I also am a vampire doctor. Got everything on her? I think we did. Everything.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal.
Yes.
Effect on me. But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Doc.
Nothing new.
Goodbye for now,
Nope.
Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
I did get him a bed, I guess.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps.
But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior.
Hilarious.
I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
No drug culture.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Fucking Dockers union.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Oh, Clay Cox. He's not missing, he's... Fuck.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Alright then.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Is he still down there? Mr. What's-his-face?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What?
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Gets a grip! Exclamation mark, and he's polite after you click that. It's kind of like telling someone to cool it, and he's like, I implore you to calm down.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Spray it, don't fuck.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Yeah, fucking...
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation. whether he deserved it or not.
Middle brown.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Oi, oi, oi.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I wish I could be sick again.
There was another thing I made. So like, yeah, the pharmacy. Yeah, I wanted to see if Cock Guy was still hanging out down there. He is. I heard you're Satan, Cock Guy. Also told someone that you were down here. Could you maybe not?
I feel giddy.
Damn it. Thought I could charm him up the stairs or some shit. Man gets stuck in wall. Don't know if any of this will become unavailable if I have slight wobble. Don't know if there's time. Yo, aim lies the thing. Upstairs the thing says. Fuck. Impervious furniture. I will haven't it. A hacksaw. A gum solve? Moto attack speedo.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Yuck, yuck. Sweet.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
If only the... Well, it's the sink. Darn it. I guess we can't. That's a lot of shillings. Oh. Alright. Can upgrade my steak stick. A level dose. 15's done. What a stun stick. Doesn't seem to have much of a future though. My sack saw seems much absorbs blood. Goddamn.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
8. Ulti, 10, okay. 4. Doesn't cost anything. Nice. Ah. More blood out the asses when I find the manage to nibble them. Would not be bad. Maybe some. That's stamina, nice. Make me bitier. That was level what? 8, okay. Oh, I can do one of these now. Sure. The Wham Wibble. Param. Don't think I can afford any ass. It's not very helpful. Don't like costing bloods.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Mortals, you don't even know if you age. You fuckbag. 2. Down 3 maybe. Then fuck around with my mouse software. I have already score. It doesn't seem like it, no. He likes to be incredulous about vampirism and then still assume things. What?
Come on, I don't have all night.
Ekundayo. Interviewing vampire. Fucking.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here. I not want to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend. Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up.
Okay, so it takes time. Quest, I don't know.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing.
Right then. What occurs?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
There was a warning in the beginning of the game being all like, mate, don't try to... We take some liberties with the science.
Locked, all right.
Don't try to be a mate. Well, nothing seems to happen in that wormhole. Farmhouse over here. Fucking custom markers I accidentally put all the time. It's very annoying when I try to drag the map. Wonder if we can pharmacy the docks now. Let me try and ask that first. It was 6, they were 10. They got a bit more sucky since then, so... Still, there were a lot of assholes there.
There's one of them! Watch yourself!
Nice, that's a lot more blood.
Christ, he's dead!
Nice. Further sucky. Bone saw seems like a bad weapon. Not a lot of XP from just fighting dudes. Okay, so how the fuck? Over the bridge, over here somewhere.
Lively! It's on to us!
I fuck up everything. Every single thing. Fuck.
We have to stop it!
Shit. I throw my blood away doing dumb shit. Oh. I need to time my stamina better, goddamn. That was a poor show. Which means pawn show in Swedish, which is unfortunate, I guess. Uh-oh. What turtle is this? Ass. Fuck. Ugh. Even though he's locked on, and when you click attack, it's still sort of determined by the camera if he's able to ass enough, and it it fucks me. That guy was level 5 million though, so that wasn't so great. Full blood before fighting him might be nice. Fuck. Yeah. The fact that he doesn't even when locked onto them, it's weird. Okay, I probably shouldn't go there. At the end, it's right there though.
This was mine!
What, even wasted that? For fuck's sake. So apparently I can, if I dodge and use the other ass. Oh yeah, I have a stun, don't I? I could be using. Fucking idiot. Dies again. Well, I somehow survived that. Fucking, I fumbled everything. He's very good at wasting his abilities. Like, oh, I'm just gonna spend some blood doing a thing. Got ass. Do I have to fight the big pooty man to actually do shit? The man's good is hanging out looking for vampires. But oh, that is the, oh I see. hanging out looking for vampires, but ignoring the guy screaming like a madman over there. So there's some blood over there. Hopefully just the one. Not so lucky. Just angered my mate number 4, didn't I? Nice, he's bellowing over there. God damn. Well, at least I got a big man 15 XP. Yeah, I think the screaming guy is probably the that's not, that might trigger some plot. Screaming guy is probably the guy we need to kill. Unless I remember wrong or something. He might be the name of the supplier mate. Use the smaller one for blood before we ask. Oh fuck, I'm almost dead. Fuck. I'm just not damaging him. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. Mr. has all the health though, but don't take any damage, oh. I guess we go do the plot. Do we get to keep the XP from the ones we actually managed to bin? I willn't die. Stunning is the stick's not great. I'll try them. I'll do my best. They call me 1-2 Pilchfoot, after all.
It's a leech! Kill it!
Of course, the ass guy had to burn me a little. Man enjoys fire. I like the way he sort of leg flops. It happies me. Fuck the barrel. Fuck the barrel. The old doorstep shillings, my favorite. Alkaline. Doctor, we have a lot of patients came in, just been murdered in the street. Goddamn. Oh, threw some ass here. I'm assuming this. Hey. Fuck. Move, you sort. Yeah, some poor carpenter with a binned arm finally rebuilt those benches in the park. Asshole knee swolulist shows up. Fucks it. I hear scabs. Very dark. Yes, fuck that wood. Skillings. I thought that was an arse up there for no reason. Fucking device. Man in DK made a device that would make you gay. Was interviewed about it. It's very weird. You stuck your elbow in it because that was apparently the part of the body that looked most like an arse without being one. I don't think it actually worked. Then again, someone should have made a device to measure whether or not you're gay first. Otherwise, go down. Okay, both markers are upstairs, so. But it's all science stuff. I'm not too smart at that. Level 6 we can do. Yeah, we have the educational tag. We gotta ask that.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
Billiam.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Oh, he's just called William Bishop. He wasn't actually a bishop. I just realized that now. Fuck. I may be dumb.
Will surely grant me access to the basement.
More Greek key. Oh, hello, Rumpus. Finest visitor to have. Cyber, what's the meaning? How was the little Berfka with that what said hot?
It's locked, all right.
Is it any tasty?
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Go upstairs. No real reason. Watery rich blood sample. Goddamn. You had a little burger thing that said hot with a little flag. That was tasty. Oh, Gnoid. Was it the burger factory place?
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
Nej! Where'd the other ass go? Was it actually Nando's? What's a minute? Yeah, same here. I'm gonna take a break after this mission, I think, for shower and nibbles. Then we'll be right back with more vampire, because this is actually fun. I say as if it wouldn't be. Render your blood onto me. Full blood though, they call me full circulation for it. Blood is currency in this world, and it is in circulation. It's true. Da nibbles. Someone was actually talking about that earlier, Rumpus. Man was talking about being nibbled. It's very fine. Right pond. There's a man. There's this lady in the thingy that thinks she is a that thinks she's vampire lady. And she there's a man she nibbles, and he referred to it as being nibbled by him. Very fine. Does this thing actually? It's stunned. Free blood. It's ass, I think. Caucasoid, nice. Fiskerman.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Oh no. Tibbs, what's the meaning?
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Fiskerman.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
No, Tibbs.
Tippett has made...
Yes. Nibble, nibble. Uh-oh, this room looks... Fuck yes. Ugh. John Dala.
so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
The fuck's wrong with his hands?
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
That's everything though, isn't it? I've got the pens. Oj då. That's right. Oh. The ramps, the crane, I need blood. Assume this isn't open.
It's locked.
Are you yours? What is the meaning? Blood. Damn it. Legend. Yeah. Fuck's sake. I'm not very deep. Oh, fucking missed. Even so, you can cast abilities or use them while other stuff is happening, but if you do that, apparently it just cancels it, and you lose the blood. Stupid bed. What's the meaning? Bye, I guess. What nice. The Prudon is pretty close to here where the mates were oogling, right? Can maybe go there now. Bin the asses. For the other ass. Fucking. Why do they keep appearing out there? Okay. What the fuck? It's behind me and up and around. Oh, so confusing. Right? No. Because it's the way he's phasing, not the way the camera's phasing. Right? My kingdom for a minimap. Man, really could use a Gnoide Pulsar. Fuck's sake, it's made another one of these. I think it's when I'm trying to click the thing up there and sometimes it creates a marker on the ass. Am I getting the right one? I think. Not that guy though, fuck him. Yeah, fucking markers. You see the wee blood nibble, please. There's this delay between him when he dodges something. When you click a button and he uses it, and if you click the slashy button and then dodge quickly after, he'll just waste the blood but not actually do the slash. It's very irritating. Let's give this another go. I didn't have enough blood for the ass. What the fuck? I'm trying to unlock and run backwards, but he's just like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna run into the wall and give you. Yeah, I don't think I can ask this yet still. I'm gonna go back to the hospital, then I'm gonna have a break at the shower. And some nibbles. Not people though.
How long must I wait, damn it?
Okay. Help us find the lady, I guess. Crane, where is she again?
Oh, God.
Over here.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did
do
you
you
find
mean?
anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Basic.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, rat in the hospital.
Come now, we can handle this.
No rap music. Okay, yeah, I will be back in about half an hour or something. So, time for watching, man. And BRBL.